Last week I shared with you a recipe on how to make pelmeni. I told you that if there was just one recipe that I share with you that you have to make, it was pelmeni. Well, clearly I lied. Russian stuffed blinchiki is another must-try recipe. It is easy, it is delicious, it is very inexpensive to make, and a great freezer meal for days when you are busy and just don't know what to cook or just do not feel like cooking. In Russian language, we have a saying, "Первый блин комом." If you were to translate it word for word, it pretty much means that the first blinchik that you make will not turn out right. But if you translate it to English with a meaning, what it means is practice makes perfect. So when you don't succeed the first time, try it again. The first time I made blinchik by myself was in high school. I was in the US, my mom was back in Belarus. My attempt at making blinchik was anything but good. I called my mom and asked her what I was doing wrong, but unfortunately she couldn't help me since she wasn't here with me. So let me walk alongside of you and teach you how to do it right. On my YouTube channel, I have already uploaded a video on how to make blinchik. In this video, I'm gonna share with you 3 fillings that you can use to make breakfast, lunch, and dinner, all with very little work. First up is ham and cheese. My kids love this combo for lunch. Honestly, you can use whatever combo you would like. We love this because that's what I had on hand most of the time. However, if you have sliced turkey or if you have leftover cooked chicken and you can add a little cheese to it, it really doesn't matter. You can tailor this meal to your family's preferences. When I stuff my blinchik, it's usually when I make them ahead with intentions to freeze them. So I lay them on the baking sheet, put them in the freezer, and once they stay in the freezer for an hour or two, I then transfer them in a Ziploc bag. After I fill up my bag, I put it back in the freezer and it stays there until I'm ready to use it. This makes for a very easy, hassle-free lunch for us. It also very inexpensive because sometimes if I don't have ham on hand, I can use whatever leftover, stuff my blinchik, freeze it, and then when my kids are hungry, I can pull it up and enjoy it without spending hours in the kitchen. My husband and I love the ground beef combo. I love to add mushrooms to it. Also, I love to add caramelized onions to it, salt and pepper, and bam! Dinner is served. Now, my kids love the ground beef part of the combo. They're not very wild about the mushrooms and the onions. So if I don't have those in their blinchik, they're happy and they'll eat it with joy. Once I cook all the ingredients, mushrooms, onions, and ground beef, I mix it up and just kind of set it to the side to let it completely cool before stuffing my blinchik with it. Before I show you how I stuff and fold my blinchik, let me give you a little history. Food origin always fascinates me, so I hope this will be interesting for you as well. Blini are one of the oldest traditional foods in Russia, with roots dating back over 1,000 years, possibly as early as the 9th or 10th century. They originated in the Old Rus, the historical, cultural, and political foundation of modern-day Russia, Ukraine, and Belarus. Blini were first made in a northern and central region of Kievan Rus, a loose federation of Slavic tribes. These early pancakes were cooked on a cast iron plate or stone over an open fire. They were easy to prepare in a large batches and became a go-to dish for everyday life, especially during cold months. Over time, blini became deeply rooted in Russian culture. They were served at weddings, funerals, memorials, and holiday feasts. Do you remember how earlier I told you about Russian saying "Первый блин комом"? So the first pancake was often a test blin, used to season the pan and check the batter. More often than not, the very first blinchik that was made on that pan was rarely perfect, which is where the saying comes from, "Первый блин комом." The first pancake is a lump. Now back to folding blinchik. I put the meat filling in the center of my blinchik. I bring the sides of the blin towards the middle, folding over each other. I take the end closest to me and roll away from me. This way all sides are tucked, so when you're getting ready to pick it up, no filling is gonna come out. This is also a great step in making blinchik with filling to exercise the Russian saying "Первый блин комом" or practice make things perfect. It may take you a few tries before you get a hang of it, but I promise you once you do, it will be so easy and you will breeze through making them. Now for this video, I tripled my batter for blinchik. This allowed me to show 3 different fillings that my family enjoys. Our final combo is sausage and eggs, which is what we enjoy for breakfast. My husband is in military, and so every morning I get up early to fix his breakfast. Having Blinchiki with this filling on hand makes it very easy for me just to get up, put a little bit of butter in the pan, warm it up on both sides, and serve it to him. In fact, my children also love this combo and enjoy Blinchiki with sausage and eggs for breakfast. I start off by browning my sausage and then at the same time use another pan to start scrambling my eggs. Now here's where I can really stretch my dollar when it comes to making a frugal meal. I purchased my sausage at Aldi, making it less than $3 a package. Because I live on the East Coast, I understand that those who live on the West Coast will not have the same prices as I do. However, I still find it that using ground sausage and eggs make the filling way cheaper than using ground beef. Also, I can control how many eggs we use. So because we have chickens, we have abundance of eggs at this time. So when I do want to stretch my dollar, I would use a lot more eggs in the filling than I would sausage. So this way, instead of making 10 Blinchiki, I may get 15 or more. When it comes to stuffing the Blinchiki, I use the same method as I showed you earlier when I was trying to stuff Blinchiki with ground beef. I fold the two sides edges first and then roll it away from me, making sure that all sides are sealed. Again, so when you lift up your Blinchiki, all the fillings stay inside. Now in this video, I showed you 3 different fillings, but let me tell you, the sky is the limit when it comes to stuffing them. You can use any leftovers you have. It's amazing with cabbage and carrots as a pair. It's amazing as caramelized onions and mashed potatoes if you ever have leftover mashed potatoes. It's also good with rice and cream chicken. Really, anything you have in your fridge, you can use inside to stuff the Blinchiki. When I finish rolling my Blinchiki, I put them on a baking sheet, stick them in a freezer for just a few hours. Then I transfer them in a Ziploc bag and keep them stored in the freezer. Quick note, do not warm your Blinchiki in the microwave. The best way to warm them up is to remove them from the freezer, put however many Blinchiki you want in a covered dish, and keep it in the fridge overnight. Now then you put a little slab of butter in the frying pan and warm it on both sides until golden crispy. Now if you forget to get them out the night before, you can warm them up frozen. Then you will cook it on a very low stove setting. That way the inside filling will slowly defrost and be warm and ready to enjoy. This is one of my family's favorite meals. This is also a meal that I take when somebody's sick or if somebody who had a baby. And let me tell you, the reviews that they give me back on this meal are excellent. They all love it. So I hope, just as my family enjoys this meal, that you will give this a try. Also, don't forget to like this video, comment on this video if you have a question or any thoughts, and subscribe. And I look forward to sharing with you many more budget frugal recipes.